Joe apart and put it back together.
You can take the baby and rip the baby out of the womb of the mother just prior to the birth of the baby. Now, you can say that that's okay, and Hillary can say that that's okay, but it's not okay with me. Because based on what she's saying and based on where she's going and where she's been, you can take the baby and rip the baby out of the womb in the ninth month on the final day. What? And that's not acceptable.
Well, that is not what happens in these cases. And using that kind of scare rhetoric is just terribly unfortunate. You should meet with some of the women that I've met with, women I've known over the course of my life. This is one of the worst possible choices that any woman and her family has to make. And I do not believe the government should be making it. You know, I've had the great honor of traveling across the world on behalf of our country. I've been to countries where governments either forced women to have abortions like they used to do in China, or forced women to bear children like they used to do in Romania. And I can tell you the government has no business in the decisions that women make with their families in accordance with their faith, with medical advice. And I will stand up for that right.
All right. But just briefly, I want to move on.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? You know, we're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV. You know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. We the hood people, you know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench, because we don't know who Clarence Thomas represents. Sitting on a Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter.
Welcome
Oh man, what a scene.
to the Hood View Politics, where we get dirty, detailed on the facts. You know what I'm saying, Doc?
I know what you're saying, dog. And we about to give you some Friday Night Fire.
You know?
This is a special emergency Friday Night Fire edition of Hood View Politics.
As you can see, it's an issue.
It's an issue.
Something that people haven't been doing in this years. They ain't have
Right.
a reason to.
And
They can hang it up their ring.
it's deep. It's deep, and it's about to get deeper.
Stick to hang it up the rings.
Up your anus.
Now,
You know,
nobody
you
knows
want-
what I'm talking about. Supreme Court has overturned Roe v. Wade as we speak. You know?
Yep.
By this time next week, all the laws will be in effect. And every redneck Republican around the United States is going to be slapping all types of abortion laws all around y'all face.
Yep. They're gonna be locking doctors up. They're gonna be locking women up. They're gonna be locking everybody up. They're gonna be shutting down clinics. Planned Parenthood. They going after.
I need all
You know-
my black people that say your vote don't count to come
Hell.
talk to us tonight.
Tonight.
What?
You go. You. Today they showed you why your vote counts. Because all these people out here, these Trump supporters, and I'm gonna give a shout out to my boss Tommy, because he's a Republican, and he subscribed to the channel. He checking us out, so I'm gonna give him a shout out. You know what I'm saying? I'll see him Monday, but tonight we're gonna tell you why your party is wrong and why your party is setting us back. They trying to take us back to the Stone Age for real. And today with this ruling on abortion on Roe v. Wade, they're telling you what they mean by make America great again. Because this is what they want to go back to.
Now,
A time.
when we started this joint off, you hear the debate with Trump and Hillary, right?
Yep.
That was a crucial point right there that people might have missed. Where he was saying he wanted to be overturned. He gonna put judges in. He was clear that. She was clear that she ain't having none of that.
Right.
It was two different, you know what I'm saying? Looks at the same thing.
Right.
So you
And tonight, oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I was saying, and tonight we're gonna call out. We're gonna call out two senators in particular too. We're gonna call out Joe Manchin, and we're gonna call out Susan Collins. They come out today and talk and telling us, oh, that two of the judges that Trump appointed, Kavanaugh and damn it, I forgot the other one name. They assured them, they assured them that they wasn't going to touch Roe v. Wade, that it was settled law, it was a law of the land, they wasn't going to touch it, and that's how they got their vote to confirm them to the Supreme Court. Come on, these were Trump appointed judges. You thought they weren't going to lie? You thought they wasn't going to tell you what you wanted to hear to get you to confirm them to the Supreme Court? And what happened? They got on there. They lied to you. They told you what you wanted to hear. You believed it. And now look where we at today.
bloody hanger.
With the bloody hanger. We back to the bloody hanger. Okay.
Now this that when you think about it, this is more serious than what you think. You see what I'm saying?
Wait.
That's why I showed that debate, because that was a crucial point in America, right? Where we was gonna make a choice, right? Abortions, or we're gonna have laws that's gonna be so conservative that they restrict women's rights, minorities, and all types of stuff. Do we go that route? That was the
Well,
route.
wait. And I got a question. I got a question for all the women out there, all the ladies out there. If you don't have a right to control your body, and you don't have a right to make decisions on your body, do you have any rights at all? You don't have if you can't control yourself, you don't have no rights. Come on. You can't. There are women out here who are career women who maybe at this point in their life, they're not about having children. They want to wait till later in life or whatever. Or for whatever reason, maybe they don't want to. Maybe they just don't want to have a guy with the clown they messing with. But as we know, things happen. The condom busts. Your pull-out game ain't what you thought it was, and shit happens. So now you telling me, or you telling these women, you don't have a choice. You gon' if Trojan sold you a bad box of rubbers, you gonna live with consequences. Go figure.
Choices. You know what I'm saying, dog? Choices.
Voices.
Comes down to choices in America, bro. You know, that's why I be so mad when it comes around election time and we get people I call misleaders, right? You start running for office, right? And you get the people that's in between the Democrat and Republican Party, but saying they Democrats, but beat up on the Democrats for the whole election cycle.
And what is the main Republican talking point every election cycle about Democrats? Well, they're gonna nominate activist judges. They're gonna nominate this kind of liberal judges and activist judges, and you get that pounded in your head every 2 to 4 years. And now look what we got today. Was this not a case of activist Republican or conservative judges that gave us what we got today?
Now, it's 2 points in this debate that I want to go back and listen to, right? Especially the beginning, where he exaggerated the abortion laws, right?
Yep, as usual. That's what Trump do.
And what he did, the way he made it sound, I want to just listen to it.
On another issue which divides you and the justices that whoever ends up winning this election appoints could have a dramatic effect there, and that's the issue of abortion. Mr. Trump, you're pro-life, but I want to ask you specifically, do you want the court, including the justices that you will name, to overturn Roe v. Wade, which includes, in fact, states a woman's right to abortion?
Well, if that would happen, because I am pro-life and I will be appointing pro-life judges, I would think that will go back to the individual states.
But I'm asking you specifically, would you
if they overturned it, it'll go back to the states.
But what I'm asking you, sir, is...
All right, right there. Right there is crucial. When he asked him point blank, so if you're saying you're going to make it where the federal government is not going, the Supreme Court would knock down Roe v. Wade, you saying, what was you saying is this, against the law? You say, no, it just go back to the state. What does that mean?
That mean in every red state there is abortion will be illegal. Just like Governor Youngkin came out in Virginia not long after the decision was handed down, and he said it is his intent to make abortion illegal after 15 weeks. So he already jumping out there, and it's another bunch of states that's already jumping out there with their abortion restrictions or abortion laws, which they intend to pass in the not too distant future. So in every red state or every state that's run by a Republican governor, you know, it's going to be illegal, you know, for a woman to terminate a pregnancy if she so desire. And see, and another thing, in this area which we live in the DMV area. So we already know Virginia is going to restrict abortions until they can outright ban it. DC is under federal control, so they go by federal laws. So that means by striking down the law today in DC, they go by the Fed's law. So you cannot get an abortion. You will not be able to get abortion in DC. What does that leave? That leaves Maryland, which Maryland right now is under the control of a Republican governor, but we have a Democratic House and Senate in Maryland. So, what's his name? Larry Hogan can kick rocks. Plus, he about to be out of office anyway.
One thing we gotta make clear is the difference in the party, right? That's one thing I always want to make clear. I don't even want to tell you who to vote for. I just want to
tell you who to vote for.
What the difference are, right? First of all, you got one party that Roe v. Wade was something they would never even think about doing, touching, or even that wasn't even on their list. All right, first of all, that's one party, right? Mm-hmm. You got one party that for decades this has been on their agenda, bro.
Right.
To try to get this. Now, everybody say, all the Republicans say they ain't like Trump because he did this that way. But out of all their Republican presidents, he the only one that accomplished the judges.
What they?
Judges, 300, bro.
Yep.
Judges.
Yep.
We don't even know what half of these people is.
But you know what I'm saying? But even though he got that many judges, appointed all them conservative judges, what he did, and he got a chance to do, he shifted the balance on the Supreme Court, where even though I believe Judge Roberts, the chief judge, he voted not to strike down Roe v. Wade, but you got all these judges, Kavanaugh, Coney Barrett. Now Coney Barrett should be that damn woman should be ashamed of herself. She should be ashamed of herself. I mean, whether you agree with abortion or not, it still is a woman's right to choose. That's a decision she has to make. and nobody has the right to, tell another person what to do with their body.
No. Once you let him put it in 300, man, you know how many 300 judges are? That's almost all across America.
Okay, he got judges everywhere.
So that means when we had the chance to vote for one person or other, whatever your problem was, it's not going to end just because you get him out of office. You see what I'm saying? Like,
No.
you put Trump in there and just wait and see what happens. That don't end once you get him out because he gonna have the after effects. The residue will be still there. So
Because
we put 300 judges in that next person that was going to be president was going to be able to do is be him or Hillary. Now, who you wanted to put 300 judges in? Him or Hillary? You see what I'm saying?
I'd rather be Hillary.
This goes under the radar until stuff like this happens. You see what I'm saying?
But and this is the thing: when Biden got in office, he was able by executive order to undo a lot of the dumb shit that Trump did. But as you were saying, he left a lot of residue, and a lot of that residue is on the court. And it's not just the Supreme Court; it's the appellate courts, it's the it's the federal bench. Period, all the way down. So that's something you can't come. A president can't succeed another president and say, "I'm gonna get rid of all the judges that you put in," because that's there for life. So now you had a situation where, the other dumb shit that he did, you can overturn that. But them judges, you got to deal with that, and that's how you ended up with today.
And that's my point. That's when you say voting matters, right?
Voting matters.
Because whatever your issue is, it can't compound when you have people that think in this process. So if you got all these people that think like this, they're not gonna change their thought process once you put in their office.
No. That's why that dumb shit Manchin and Susan Collins came out and said that they believe them two judges when they said they wasn't gonna touch Roe v. Wade. Bullshit. How you gonna believe that? Come on. Trump talked to these. They was Trump nominees. They was put there to do what Trump wanted. If they didn't agree with Trump mindset, they wasn't going to get nominated. Of course, they're going to tell you what they wanted them to hear. They wanted to get on the bench. That's bullshit.
Like, these judges was handed to him like a whole big ass book of papers, right? A book ass book of names. He don't know who the fuck these people are, right?
Yep.
They come from the federal society. They got all these little groups that send some judges. And these judges, they done raised out of school. They got them out of college. They already know how they think and how they going to vote. You see what I'm saying? They
know.
They groom them. Put them in these spots and get them ready for people like Trump. Hey, we got them. We got
the right one in there. We're going to put this in. Oh, my goodness.
Every one of these judges.
Look who showed up.
Huh?
And look who showed up on the screen.
Every time one of the judges' spots open, he sticks one in. He don't know who they are, but they come prepped, ready, knowing they vote for guns, knowing they vote for trying to get Roe v. Wade overturned. This is in their DNA from the beginning. That's the thing that Democrats don't do. They don't groom their Democrats from college. Republicans groom them. They steer them the wrong way from the beginning.
Yeah, they already know. They
already
know.
They don't want you to have no government assistance, but yet they use it. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to have abortions, but yet they get a bitch pregnant on the side, they get an abortion. It's like,
come on.
What's wrong with y'all, bruh? You gonna say something wrong with it, then you don't use it.
Right. Just like Obamacare. Obamacare was the worst thing that ever happened. Oh man, we got to get rid of Obamacare. Obamacare this, Obamacare that. And soon as that damn senator got cancer, what did he do? He signed up for Obamacare. And then goes, oh, that's the best coverage I can get. Whoa. You in the Senate. Y'all got that y'all what Hillary call it? Y'all got that platinum coverage. So you gonna tell me Obamacare was better than your platinum coverage for you to get your cancer treatments? Come on, you ain't gonna hit me with that Jedi mind trick.
They stupid, bro.
As hell.
Come on, man.
As hell.
They better not get no abortion, but they get abortions. They be getting
Come on, man.
abortions.
Hey, look. Trump done cheated on every wife he had.
Food stamps. Why would any senators have food? They be having all this shit, bro. But they be voting against it, putting a bill. Oh, you don't need this. What? Remember we had the motherfucking joint with the you had to get the vaccines and all that shit. They shut everything down.
Yep.
They started you these niggas didn't even want to eat $200. Like, what is that, motherfucker?
What the fuck is $200? $200 ain't shit.
They want to take
You get that pass and go in Monopoly.
Then they want to take your food stamp and tell you getting seafood. Like, what the fuck?
It's food. Okay.
Dumb, bro.
Some people only eat. Some people are on seafood diets. Some people only eat seafood. So what's the problem?
You want to see the court overturn. You just said you want to see the court protect the Second Amendment. Do you want to see the court overturn Roe v. Wade?
Well, if we put another 2 or perhaps 3 justices on, that's really what's going to be. That's will happen, and that'll happen automatically, in my opinion, because I am putting pro-life justices on the court. I will say this: it will go back to the states, and the states will then make a determination.
Secretary Clinton.
Well, I strongly support Roe v. Wade, which guarantees a constitutional right to a woman to make the most intimate, most difficult in many cases decisions about her health care that one can imagine. And in this case, it's not only about Roe v. Wade. It is about what's happening right now in America. So many states are putting very stringent regulations on women that block them from exercising that choice, to the extent that they are defunding Planned Parenthood, which of course provides all kinds of cancer screenings and other benefits for women in our country. Donald has said he's in favor of defunding Planned Parenthood. He even supported shutting the government down to defund Planned Parenthood. I will defend Planned Parenthood. I will defend Roe v. Wade, and I will defend women's rights to make their own healthcare decisions. And we
Now, let's pick that up right there. You got 2 distinct visions, right?
2 distinct visions.
Completely different. I'm gonna fight for a woman's right to choose, period.
Right.
You got one person saying it's gonna go back to the states. Let the states handle it. What do you
Right.
mean? Right. See, again, stuff like this go people's head. But that was clear. That was a moment in time that was real clear about what's happening now. You feel me?
Yeah.
Real clear. If she would have been elected, it wouldn't have been 300 judges there. It wouldn't have been no Supreme Court there to do anything with no Roe v. Wade, bro.
No.
At all. Now,
See?
hold on, let's get the Diamond Book 45.
I know.
I'm going to read your comment here, bro. But I need you to slide past. I'm going to send you the link anytime you need to, though, bro. We need the other side of the
It's been offered.
to make it a good conversation. You know what
Act
I'm
like
saying?
you don't want to accept.
It's not like we want to debate you or some shit like that. It's just like we need the other view of what. Like, damn, you got another view of us. You black, I like that. I like the black view. I like the black conversation. That's my thing. You know what I'm saying, dog? So I would like if you was to join me. Look, I'm gonna read your comment here though. There is no
Read it.
on the right. Then you say there's no difference between the right and the left. See what I'm saying? You see it just went 20 minutes explaining the difference, but you gonna still say there's no difference in your first sentence, bruh. Like, come on. Are you paying attention? You wanna come on here real quick? Can you see what we putting up? Did you just see
Okay.
the thing we just showed? Hold on, bruh. Come on, man. Sodomites
No.
and Kagan, what? All voted along the party line against the gun.
Against the gun case. First of all,
Oh, we're gonna get to them guns in a minute, bro. Don't go
yeah,
nowhere.
because there ain't no comparison.
We
It
definitely
ain't
gonna
comparison.
get
Because when you are talking about abortion,
to- We gotta fire this thing up. You just come over right now.
you are talking about something that a woman chooses for herself.
let's stay on that for a minute.
For whatever reason, whether you agree with her decision or not, it's her decision. Its decision is not hurting anybody because it's a decision that she has an answer for to a higher power. And it's a higher power than Congress. It's a higher power than the Senate. It's a higher power than the president. That who she has an answer for that decision that she made. So to try to throw that gun shit up in there, it's a bullshit. Because we are talking about with guns, you got dumbasses out here who should not have guns, who are going around killing 19 kids, 10 black people. Some asshole shot 500 people in Las Vegas. You had the 20-some kids in Sandy Hook. Come on, you got mass shooting after mass shooting after mass shooting. Okay, then when you're talking about abortion, you don't know why this woman is having an abortion. Maybe her doctor told her that, look, yes, you pregnant, and she may be happy about it. And then he say, well, if you go through this pregnancy, you're risking your own life. What is she to do? She may have to make that decision. She may have been raped. She may have been molested. She may have been, as so many other women out here, got pregnant by a no good ass chump. And she don't want that chump in her life. And she don't want to have a kid with a sorry ass bastard. So you got...
Man got a lot to say. I want to make sure we touch on every little thing to make him come on this show one day. You know
right. Right. So...
First of all, we start off saying there's no difference in the party. That burns me up, bruh.
Because there's a difference.
I can't take that.
Because if it wasn't a difference, we wouldn't have the two-party system.
And then you obviously didn't even pay attention to the debate I just showed 2 minutes ago. We showed you the difference in the party. What? Don't do that to me, bro. Don't tell me they're the same. Don't do that now. Tell me why you're right. Don't tell me they're the same. Cause then that's telling me you succeeding at the fact that your party's some shit. But what you're trying to do now is just say, oh, they the same though. No, you don't get off that easy, motherfucker. It ain't that easy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Tell me.
And this is the
why is
and this is the biggest damn difference of it all. We're not trying to take away your right to own a gun. What we're saying is that some people that shouldn't have guns. We're trying to take away your right to own a firearm or your right to protect yourself, the right to protect your family. Nobody never proposed that. But you come out here and you take away a woman's right to choose how to live her life and handle her body. It's not the same. It's not the same thing. Nobody has struck down the Second Amendment. You have a right to own as many guns as you want to. All we're saying is some people should not get a hold of guns. An 18-year-old should not be able to walk into a damn Walmart or Dick's Sporting Goods and buy an assault rifle.
Tomorrow morning, the Democrats in both chambers to add 2 more motherfucking Supreme Court joints on it and start putting the votes up now and put them through. ASAP.
Yep. Pack the fucking court.
Make it 11. Stick 2 in there ASAP and stop this nonsense, bro. See, when one thing about Republicans, I give it to them, they be ready for everything. Remember, they was always talking about packing the court. The Democrats were trying to pack the court. What were they talking about? They don't want them to put 11 on there before they get a chance to do dumbass shit like this. Now, bro, I can't wait you to come on in and you say you're going to come in next week. That sounds good. But right now, you're saying some crazy stuff. I need you to bring this stuff on here too, face to face. Abortion is not health.
Say what?
I just want to read this shit. Abortion is not healthcare and is used to keep the black population numbers down because of the fear of black planet. You want to go first?
The last time I checked, white women having abortions too. Just as many abortions as black women and Hispanic women and Chinese women and whatever women you want to talk about. That statement right there is some bullshit.
Then it just don't make any sense. Abortion is not healthcare. Okay, if they don't get it.
Okay, if it's fear of a black planet, if you look at the protests out there about Roe v. Wade, the majority of it is white people. What are you talking about?
First of all, you can't tell me abortion is not healthcare. Because if you do it on your own, see how long you can sit there and bleed out. Fuck wrong with you?
Yes, sir.
You're not making no fucking sense, bro. When somebody stick their hanger up in their anus,
yeah, look,
sitting there bleeding half to death, you can tell me that ain't healthcare when you call the ambulance.
Look, it is many women out here.
Hurry up.
It is many women out here who go to their doctor, and a doctor will tell them, yes, you are pregnant. But there are complications. If you carry this child to term, you may die. And she has to make a choice. Okay? It is, and in some cases, they can do tests now that can tell if the child may be born with some kind of defect, with a mental defect, or is prone because of family history to certain diseases or something like that. Okay. So it is healthcare. It is part of healthcare because some women are at risk for carrying a child. So come on, man, get your facts straight.
Yeah, that come on, bro. Tell me abortion is not healthcare. This really don't. Anything that it's a baby. What do you mean? It's a fetus. That's healthcare. What the fuck? Abortion. Please. So in other words, you tell me there's no reason to have abortion. Put it like that. That what you saying? Diamond Book 45. You saying there shouldn't be no abortion for no reason. Is that what we getting from you?
Look, I don't agree with abortion. I don't like abortion. But I also realize that it's not my choice. And it is not on me to force my beliefs on anybody. On what I believe or what I like or what I don't like. That's not what I'm here for. So if a woman chooses for whatever reason, there's some women who just don't want children. So you gonna force her to do something to have a child that she don't want, and then and then when you make a ruling like this, you don't think about the residual effects of it. Okay, if you make people go through an unwanted pregnancy and have an unwanted child, okay, then you running into another problem. Because if you don't want the child, you're not going to care for the child. Then you get into neglect. Then you get into child abuse. Then you get into overflooding the system with kids that people didn't want.
Just leave the motherfucking baby some damn with.
Bam. Bam.
Niggas be dumb, bro. Y'all.
You want to go? You want to? Yeah. You happy? You happy? The founder of Planned Parenthood is a known racist. Okay, we're not talking about racism right now.
I don't know what that.
What the fuck? What?
All right, so the founder of Planned Parenthood is a racist, right? Do you know what Planned Parenthood even is? Right?
Okay, the last president of the United States is a racist. What's the problem?
A racist passed a civil rights bill. Who gives a fuck? You want to get technical?
Come on. If you want to get technical with it,
hey, y'all gotta realize.
Okay. The 45th president of the United States is a known racist. Donald Trump is a racist who was running this country. What's the problem?
Don't get mad at you when you say that. We call him racist.
Oh, He's a racist and an asshole.
That is worldwide understood.
Understood.
You know?
You know.
Lord, when I say, here we go, Diamond Book 4-5. When I say they are the same, the left is doing the exact opposite of the right, which is essentially doing the same. Yikes. That's what's up.
Make me gotta crack another beer. I'm gonna drink so many beers. Hey, I'm gonna bring so many beers. We gonna have a beer sponsorship on here.
Hey, I like Diamond 4-5, Book 4-5 though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like it.
He's a good dude. Like I told you, I grew up with the dude. He's a good dude. He misguided, but he's a right person.
Man, you gotta explain how they doing the same if they doing the opposite. That don't. Okay. And another thing, y'all gotta know who the fuck y'all fooling with. We might don't look like we know politics. Don't play with us, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Fuck wrong with you?
Right. Because we're telling y'all right. Look, guns, the gun issue.
It's a contradiction of the Republican Party right here. You're gonna say, oh yeah, in case of life and death, yeah, you can go. It is healthcare. It is. What? Now you see.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. See, you listening. If you listen to me, if you listen, you schooled on something. Because you do not know. And you cannot tell me that it is right, that it is conscionable to tell me that if a woman is raped, if somebody sexually assaulted a woman, or to break it down, since it's hood view politics, if some asshole just took the pussy and she got pregnant, so you telling me it's right to make her follow through with that pregnancy? That ain't right for her or the child. Because for one, she's going to resent the child forever because of who the father was and how she came to be pregnant in the first place. So that leads to other issues.
One thing about the abortion thing, it goes deep. You know what I'm saying? It's not
It's deep.
It's a deep thing. It's been almost like through the fabric of America, like been racism been through the fabric of America. These two things been through the fabric of America. There be women getting abortions when people don't even know it. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
doing this shit, bro. It's gonna get worse now.
Let's get one thing straight. And this is something. This goes back to something you said, how about the messages that a lot of Democrats put out there. Look, Democrats are just as pro-life as Republicans.
What Hillary is saying.
Republicans have put out there that Democrats don't care about the life of a baby, or don't baby killers and murderers and all this stuff. We are just as pro-life as you Republicans. The only difference is we believe in a woman's right to choose.
That's true. I got
and that's it. All we saying is, hey, look, I'm pro-life. But I also believe that a woman has a right to choose whether she wants to go through with a pregnancy or not. And the last thing I checked, man, I've been doing a lot of checking lately. But the last time I checked, you remember that statement that Michael Jordan made that really pissed me off when he talk about, when they ask him why he don't stand up and say anything about the what's going on in the black community and the crime and everything, and especially with crime that was committed with a product that he put out there, them damn shoes that was getting people killed. And his statement was, Republicans buy shoes too. Well, I'm gonna put a twist on that. Republican women have abortions too. Last I checked.
The sick thing to me is when they had the girls behind them, the ladies behind them, and they put these bills out that restrict them. Like,
Right.
And they stand behind them. Yay! And you the one losing all your rights.
Right. Hey, and that's just like Hispanic and Mexican people who support Trump. When he sat there and told y'all y'all was the first motherfuckers he was gonna put out the country.
ASAP too. ASAP.
ASAP. So I'm getting rid of all your asses. Unless you can clean my yard and fix my roof.
They came in like that though.
But see, he got to get the gas.
Nah, but people got to pay attention. Like in that debate we showed earlier, it was clear when first of all, he wasn't sure. He just said go to the states, which means long as the Supreme Court overturn it, good. You know what I'm saying?
What should the law be on abortion?
Well, I have been pro-life.
I know. What should the law? I know your principle. That's a good value, but what should be the law?
This presidential election is going to be very important because when you say what's the law, nobody knows what the law is going to be. It depends on who gets elected because somebody's going to appoint conservative judges and somebody's going to appoint liberal judges depending on who wins.
I've never understood the pro-life position.
Well,
I never understood it because I understand the principle. It's human life as people see it. But what crime is it?
Well, it's human life.
No, should the woman be punished for having an abortion?
Look, I would say that it's a very serious problem, and it's a problem that we have to decide on. It's very.
But you're
are you going to say? Well, wait. Are you going to say put them in jail? Is that?
Well, no, but I'm asking you because you say you want to ban it. What's that mean?
I am pro-life. Yes.
What is ban? How do you ban abortion? How do you actually do it?
Well, you'll go back to a position like they had, where people will perhaps go to illegal places.
Yeah,
but you have to ban it.
Do you believe believe in punishment for abortion? Yes or no? As a principle.
The answer is that there has to be some form of punishment
for the woman.
Yeah, there has to be some form.
10 cents, 10 years.
I don't know. That I don't know.
Why not?
I don't know.
You take positions and everything else.
I do take positions and everything else. It's a very complicated position.
I'm asking. You're running for president. I'm not. I'm asking you. What should a woman face if she chooses to have an abortion?
I'm not going to do that. I'm not
Why
going to
not?
play that game. You said
you're pro-life.
I am pro-life.
That means banning abortion.
And so is the Catholic Church pro-life.
First of all,
go ahead.
Chris Matthews is the greatest political commentator who's ever done this shit before. In my opinion, ever.
I miss Chris Matthews. I miss him and Tim Russell.
He fires their ass up. First of all, he probably the only person who put him on that spot where he really couldn't explain the whole thing. He just know this is what he's supposed to be saying. You feel me? So now when he broke him down, he wanted to make him explain it when he couldn't. You know what I'm saying? He's like, all right, explain to me what this pro-life thing, because I don't get it, bro. You know what I'm saying? He could explain it his damn self.
But people who look at that clip don't realize what he really did. We about to go deep again. What really happened in that clip, what Chris Matthews really did, he exposed them, and he exposed the Republican Party because they do a lot of things, they say a lot of things, they change a lot of things that cater to the base, just to cater to their voters, and they don't think about the consequences, they don't think about the repercussions, and they don't think about what's going to happen down the line. It's going to be a lot of stuff behind this. You're going to have these women back on the bloody coat hangers. You're going to have the vac cleaners. You're going to have the drinking Drano. You're going to have these back alley, back room butcher doctors performing abortions in their basements. Come on. Like I was saying earlier, we live in a DMV. It's a 3-state area: DC, Maryland, and Virginia. The only place you're going to be able to get an abortion in this area is going to be Maryland. That means everybody's going to flood into Maryland to get an abortion. Come on, and it's going to be the same thing in other states. So when you got people flooding into one place to get an abortion, that means everybody can't get there by the time they need to be there. So what's going to happen? You're going to have these backroom doctors who claim they know what they're doing, and you have unsanitary conditions. Women gonna end up getting sick. Women gonna end up dying. You have put people, and women in particular, in a bad position, and it's not good, because you're gonna end up. These women gonna end up going to doctors, and there ain't gonna be sanitary conditions. What's gonna happen? You're gonna have another outbreak like COVID or some shit like that. Come on, think, y'all gotta think before y'all act sometimes.
Not only that, it gets slippery when they start saying, okay, if you overturn Roe v. Wade, then how we go start talking about contraception? I mean, after birth control and the after sex joint. What's that? The pill you take after you get pregnant.
The morning after pill.
They're gonna go after that because then it would contradict you to not go after that. Your main man, your main rapper Scrapper, he already said that's in his plans. Old Clarence Thomas, he going after birth control. He going after same-sex marriage. He's going after it all, and I'm telling you, it's all gonna end up at the one big thing they want more than anything. They're gonna peel back civil rights. Mark it. If they're gonna start with Roe v. Wade, and it's gonna end up with civil rights in the end. Watch. No, I'm gonna tell you this: they won't be able to do nothing with civil rights. But one thing they could fuck with is shit like affirmative action, shit like that. Like they could try to get.
But all that fall under civil rights, though.
Affirmative action.
That's part that. I mean, when we got affirmative action, that was during the civil rights movement.
Well, you ain't forcing people to hire minorities.
You're not gonna go back. Let me check that, because I'm not saying we're going back to Jim Crow or nothing like that. But a lot of the things that was fought for and was gained, they're gonna peel back. A lot of the things that they can. We ain't going back to Jim Crow or slavery or nothing like that. But they'll start with something like affirmative action, and move on from there to something else and something else and something else, and like an onion, they just gonna peel back layer after layer after layer until it's all gone, or most of it's gone.
Diamond Book 4-5. I just want to know, as a black man, right? Do any of these things bother you as a black person? We're not going to even talk about Democrat or Republican, right? We just want to know. That's why I like the black conversation. I just want to talk to the black men, right? What part of not letting your wife or your girlfriend do what the hell they want to do you like? First of all, what part of them not even having enough rights than their grandmother had? They was in the 60s, and they literally had more rights than they have now, today. Help make sense of that, bro.
I got a scenario for you. Since my man Diamond Book 45, he all on this abortion. Okay. Say your girl went out skanking one night. You in the house chilling, and your girl out there hoe hopping. And she got pregnant as a result of her stepping out on you. How you gonna feel about that child she brought home? Do you want her to keep it? Oh, I think you should keep it. Or are you gonna look at that, or as we talk, one of the things we talk about is residual effects. Or are you gonna look at that child every time he walk into the room, or you hit it with a I need some new shoes, or the little Diamond Book needs some shoes. Go find his daddy and shit like that. Come on, bro. You gotta think about some of this shit. That's why there's so many kids. I mean, it's unfortunate. You got so many kids out here in the world today that's unwanted. That's why you got so many in foster care. You know, you got so many up for adoption, and you're gonna force women to go through with unwanted pregnancies. Okay, you ever thought that you're gonna end up overriding the system? You're gonna flood the system with children when you already overflooded the system. You got children out there now. You got teens that can't, that once they hit a certain age, people don't want to adopt because they want little babies. So come on.
Get pregnant. 11, 12-year-old. Should they have a child? Diamond book 4-5? How about that one? Should an 11-year-old had a child? There's a lot of things I need you to answer. Now, for me personally, I didn't like. That's why I got my daughter. I ain't want to get no abortion. I stopped her mother from getting an abortion. I just don't. Abortions. If I get you pregnant, then you have to deal with this shit here. That was lucky anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
How that happened. Now she uses skeets on the back, perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, but that's on the left side. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Go.
I mean, people. Hey, man, people gotta think about it, man.
My views never change. I still feel the same way. If me personally would not have to get no abortion. See, you, Diamond, book 4-5, you changed 8 times on your life. You know what I'm saying? And see, you gonna say when you was younger, you talked to your girlfriend into getting an abortion because you couldn't face your responsibility. Now, I appreciate you being honest with that. You know what I'm saying? That's an honest statement you gave. I appreciate that. You know? But for you using abortion for that lame a reason, and then to turn around and want it to be banned, it's our point. That's the point we're making about the whole Republican Party.
That's just because that's just a bullshit ass reason. We're talking about.
They ban stuff but want to use stuff. They want to block stuff but want to use it. Make your mind up. The fuck?
Come on.
Don't use it and say, nah, we got
Look.
Then get the little slut girl.
Every other week, you done turn on the news or read in the newspaper something about some Republican lawmaker, senator, whatever, who done stepped out on his wife, or who got caught cheating, got caught in the motel, got this, that, and the third. And to be fair, it happens on the Democratic side too. You know?
But reason why I didn't get this one because like you say here, man, you said that was your last opportunity to have a child. See that? See that right there? Which that's I appreciate your honesty too. Now you're 54 and you're childless. That's see, I like that. I like that.
It ain't too late. You just gotta find you gotta get you one of them. You gotta get you one of them young hoochies that's fertile.
Definitely be 90 and still squeaky.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Won't you, boy?
Motherfuckers out here 60. This motherfuckers out here 60 and 70, knocking women up. It ain't too late.
You gonna see him going to high school, but damn, get it.
Nope. Ain't nobody, it's just maybe it's meant for some people, to be parents late in life. That goes back to the freedom of choice thing, to make a choice. Why? Some people might not have been ready. Just like you said earlier, you weren't ready to face the responsibility, and it's a lot of women like that who can't handle the responsibility. So they gotta do what they do what they feel they gotta do. But who am I? Who?
Make a choice.
Yeah.
See the difference? You had your opportunity to make a choice. You made your choice, but you had an opportunity. But you want to let everybody else not have an opportunity to make their choice, especially females.
Right.
Why would an old ass white man write a bill about a woman?
Right.
It's like, what the fuck? It don't make sense. That's your abortion.
Because that is some garbage. That's some garbage. I mean, look. We all was born with the freedom to do whatever we wanted, to be whatever we wanted, you know. And you got people out here in Congress, on the Supreme Court, in the White House, or whatever, who want to force their beliefs on the people. That is not your job to force what you believe on the people. Your job is to govern the country. And when it's your job to govern the country, you put your beliefs to the side. Your beliefs is supposed to be way over there. That's the point I was making. I made a couple of weeks about Jack Del Rio. When he came out in a situation where his job was to be the defensive coordinator of the Washington Commanders, but he chose to use it as a form to express his beliefs. No, when you work out here as in that position at doing that job, that's what you talk about. You got to put them other beliefs to the side until you in that form. Their form is not to tell women what to do with their body. That's bullshit. You know, if the majority of the people in the country accept that and in favor of a woman's right to choose, then it's your job to make sure that law stand, not to strike it down just because that's what you feel like doing. That's some bullshit.
And like we said, a woman's right to choose is our point of view. Period. Like, do what the hell you want to do. I wasn't there when you was fucking. You know what I'm saying? And if I was there, and then I would make the choice not to get an abortion. You see what I'm saying? But I wasn't there. And when I'm not there, do what the fuck you want to do.
Do what the fuck, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm like Devin the Dude. Do what the fuck you want to do.
I don't want nobody say you can't do it. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Do what you want. But I want the opportunity to make my choice like you did, Diamond Book 45. You made your choice, bro. Let them make their choice. I want to make my future choice if that had to happen. You know what I'm saying, Doc?
You feel
You know? Now,
I
just want to bring up the gun rights bill, Diamond Book 45.
Let's get there. Let's go there.
You gonna tell us what? That they both on the same. First of all, when you got 56 Democrats, 66, well, it can't be, there's 50 Democrats. And 50 Democrats and 16 Republicans voted for it, right? You need 60 for everything to pass. You know what I'm saying? 33 Republicans voted against the gun control bill. 33. You listening, Diamond Book 45? You listening? 33 out of, they only got like 49 in the Senate. 33 of them, which is the party. So it means if it was up to them, this would not be a bill even here. If it's that many people voting against it, bruh. That's just common sense with the math. That's why I need people to understand politics. It's math, bruh. You know what I'm saying? There's 100 motherfuckers in there. Only 50 Democrats. You know what I'm saying? Now, if the Democrats had 60, we wouldn't have this conversation. Because we had a nice, clean bill that stops the motherfucker.
Right.
On the starting point, we had a clean bill that stops motherfucking 18-year-olds. We had a clean bill that stopped everything.
Right.
You can't get no automatics.
And that
everything stopped. But no. Once you get a Republican into the bill, they start snatching shit out for the NRA. Nope, NRA don't like that. NRA don't like that. I'm going to take that.
Look.
Then send the bill up and make a Democrat sit there like, oh, motherfucker. That ain't what we had. Ain't nothing in that bill. They signed the shit and act like they did something there. No. Vote against that garbage. Put the right shit back up there. Democrats got to be like a motherfucking Republican. Don't give a fuck. See how them niggas overturn what we made? Don't give a fuck. They stuck in the middle of the night down there while we sleep.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care.
Yeah, we fuck around and get a super majority and overturn gun rights. I bet their ass would have never they'll regret ever fucking with Roe v. Wade.
Remember, we had a motherfucking mass murder. Now, the bill is watered the fuck down. It's not what the Congress put up there, which is Democrat bill, that want a lot of things stopped. Ghost guns, all types of shit. the show, the gun shows, all that nonsense would have been over. All right, but they took that bill and watered it down and shammed it, right?
Yep.
And Republicans still didn't vote for it. This is a bill now after kids was murdered. I'm about to name these
Right.
motherfuckers off. Wyoming.
Name them.
John Barsoa, whatever the fuck that clown ass nigga name. From Tennessee.
Name them.
Arkansas.
Asshole.
Indiana. Mike.
Asshole.
Whatever the fuck his name is. Tom Cotton. Mike Crapo.
Super asshole.
Ted Cruz did that again. Ted Cruz, you better not show your head talking about no kids getting killed.
A gigantic asshole.
Get your mouth up. Steve Daniels, whatever his name is, in Montana, voted against it.
Asshole.
Dumbass voted against it. Chuck Grassley voted against it.
Oh yeah, he ain't shit either.
Bill Haggart in Tennessee voted against it. Cindy Hyde Smith ass voted against it. Ron Johnson, John Kennedy, Jane Lathrop, Mike Lee.
Oh, you talking about some of the biggest assholes on the planet.
Rand Paul, Marco Rubio.
Oh
Rick
my
Scott,
God.
Tim Scott.
Mega assholes.
Tim Scott, he black. South Carolina, you jackass. He next. God damn it. Your ass next, boy. The hell you doing in that party, first of all? Second, what the hell you doing? Fuck.
I don't know. He you know what? He just as stupid as that dumbass Herschel Walker who think we got 52 states.
Roger, Tommy, John Thune, and Dan, whatever the fuck your name is in Alaska. All voted against the gun joint, bro. Come on up here,
All up.
Diamond Cut. Hey, talk to us about these guns, bro. Talk to me. What's going on here? You got niggas voting against it. Now, let's not forget, bro. We ain't gonna let y'all forget that these kids was murdered now. 18-year-old when they got 2 ARs. Ain't nobody say shit to him. He went in and lit the school up.
The long and the short of this shit is this. Up until the day, whether you agreed with abortion or not, it was legal. And as far as this gun shit go, you show me where it's legal to run up in a school, kill 21 people, 19 of them kids. You show me where it's legal, where that was the intent. Well, that was the intent of the Second Amendment. For you to run up in a supermarket on a Saturday morning and kill 10 black people because that's what you felt like doing. You show me where in the Constitution or in the gun rights law, in the Second Amendment, that it's right for a fool to stand up in a window in Las Vegas at a music festival and shoot over 500 people. You show me where it says in the Second Amendment that it's cool to go up in another elementary school in Sandy Hook and kill 28 kids. Come on. You show me where in the Second Amendment it gives you the right to go up in a church on a Wednesday night when people are holding Bible study and just start killing people after these people invited you in and sat there and fellowship and prayed with you, and you up and killed these people. You showed me where that was the intent of the Second Amendment.
All right.
Nobody's trying to take your damn guns. All we saying is some assholes shouldn't have guns, and it should be a point that I don't believe no 18-year-old is responsible enough to own a fucking AK-47 or AR-15.
Okay, it's a lot. There's a lot going on here. All right, hold on. It's a lot a lot to unpack here, first of all. Diamond cut book for. I'm gonna start calling you book 45. All right. First of all, slow down for a minute. Hold up. You say it's nonsense, right? But right here, when you say the Democrats, if they wanted to do something, come to the realization that assault weapons is a made-up term. Bruh. All right, look. Right now, the things you saying is like talking points, right? That you got from all types of Republican media, right? And you just regurgitating that shit and spitting it. First of all, assault weapons, in the name of it itself, right? It's assault weapon, right? When you say assault weapon, it's a weapon that can mass, like unload 30, got clips, that can kill multiple people in one area at any time. That's a fucking assault weapon, bro. If I pull up what's that shit called? A bazooka? Uncock that bitch and blow your whole motherfucking complex up? That was an assault weapon, bro. What the fuck are you talking about?
Look.
Assault weapon is just what it is.
When you are when you are on a military mission and you run up in another country or whatever for whatever reason, is that not an assault
You know, maybe I take
on them people?
What?
You know what I'm saying?
You doing facts, and those facts wrong, but I'm gonna let you slide because we gonna work off your shit because that shit wrong. But we're gonna work off yours, right?
Less than 500 people die.
People die from assault weapons, right?
That's a damn lie.
After you said assault weapons don't, that's a made up term. I need you to tell me what assault weapon is, then. Since you said that, that's the first thing, you know. Second, a 9mm is close. Anything with automatic clip, bruh. What would you need that for? Not hunting, because you can't eat that shit after you blow that shit up with anything automatic. You ain't eating that. So, what the hell are you talking about? What are you using it for? Second, do we agree that if you do have one, can the government keep a trace on it? Well, because what reason would you have to hide the motherfucker? That's why I want you to come on here, because it's hard to have that conversation with you, you know what I'm saying? Because you making a lot of points from a gun owner standpoint and a person that vote Republican. That's why I want you on this platform ASAP. I'm gonna shoot you the link right now if you want, right? You know what I'm saying? But I really would like to have this conversation with you. You know what I'm saying? But again, some of the stuff you're saying just
It's nonsense.
exactly. It's hard.
It's idiotic. You done had damn near, I ain't gonna say it's 500, but I mean, mass shootings this year. Yeah, alone you done had, it's probably more than 500.
I would love to know from Book 45, if not, what would be your solution then to stop the mass shooting? Can I ask the black Republican, gun owner token Republican?
Right.
What would your solution to stop the 18-year-old going in that school and laying that joint out? What would be your solution for that? Then? I would like to know that. You know, so I would like to know that face to face. You know what I'm saying? You know.
And then I'm gonna tell you how I feel about the situation. The situation is this. I'm always out somewhere. I got family that's always out somewhere. I don't want to just be out somewhere one day and some jackass, just for whatever reason, just start shooting. I don't want that.
He's making a good point with the stabbing because they don't have the guns that we have out here.
Right.
So when somebody get mad, there's no running to get a gun. It's grabbing a butter knife or something real quick. You don't get it. You kind of get it, but you don't want to get it. You know what I'm saying?
But see, this is the thing. If you got skills and the motherfucker come at you with a knife, you got skills. You got a better chance. You got a better chance than a motherfucker unloading 30 rounds in your ass with an AK-47.
What will make a knife an assault weapon, bro? Book 45. What will make a knife an assault weapon? Other than a weapon, you gotta make it a weapon first. Other than a weapon, where you get the extra assault weapon from? See what I'm saying? It's definitely a weapon. You can make it a weapon.
Look, you can make anything a weapon. You can make a fork a weapon. You can make a pencil a weapon. You can roll up. You can roll up a newspaper and beat the hell out somebody with it. You can make anything can be made into a weapon. You know, you pick up the first thing smoking. You know, if you was like me and you got ass whoopings when you was little, you done got hit with all types of shit. So you know that anything anything can be used as a weapon.
Even if they don't use AR-15 in the army, in the military, why would a person in the street need that? That's all I need. I really need to know that. I really need to know. Why would you need it? And why would you, behind the counter, sell a jackass 2 AR-15s and go back and eat peanuts?
And now,
salad after that.
And let me put this in your ear. The Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, the National Guard, and all them have them type of weapons to protect us in this country, so we don't have to run around with them weapons.
I like it.
Right.
Shooting the message about I need you on here though. I need you to be on it. Represent your Republican. Represent the Black Republican. What? I like it. Gun tote Republican. I need that. You know, in my life. Bruh.
Look.
What I want to do, since she said everything is so stupid. The bill itself was so. First of all, Book 45, the bill is not what the Democrats want. Democrats wanted more, put it like that. But most of this is what they want. What I want to do now is just go over certain things that was in the bill that you said was all dumb stuff. Book 45. Now, they gave them almost $1 billion to go to all states to run crisis intervention programs, which means if your family in a crisis, they got somewhere to go instead of outlets with the guns. You feel me? Give you somewhere to somebody to talk. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have nobody to talk, they give you that outlet. Right. You know?
Because a lot of gun violence stems from domestic issues.
So
you know,
is that a good thing or bad thing? Good or bad? Book 45. I need an up or down now. Up or down? Up or down? You know?
So we know that you got some households out here where men is beating women and women is getting tired of it. Or you got some people
you have to unpack, right? All right, first
so many right.
Ghost guns. You're not gonna tell
my
me
God.
Book 45 that's not a problem. When somebody can sit in their fucking living room, make the shit, and go outside and light your ass up. You cannot. Now you got an unmarked gun walking around the streets. You can't tell me that's good. You can't tell me that. That ain't what you're telling me, Book 45. You're not doing it. You ain't doing that.
Right. And let's get one thing straight. If the person that is making the ghost gun or has the ghost gun or purchased the ghost gun could get a gun, go into a store and get a gun for whatever, you know, then it's no need for ghost guns.
Bag, Book 45. You know what I'm saying? Crisis mission. Good. All right, we so far. The first joint you go with, you with us. You with us. Follow us through the bill, baby. I like that. I like it. You Republican, Black Republican. Follow us. Now,
Follow us.
One more thing here. Here we go. The next thing that was in the bill. They closed the boyfriend loophole. Now, I'm going to explain the boyfriend loophole. Now, the boyfriend loophole is when the boyfriend has been in domestic violence and prior family issues or kids abuse, all types of things, you know. That person is not allowed to touch or sniff a gun. Agree or not agree? Book 45. You agree with that? Up or down on that. Your boyfriend cannot have a AR-15 after you already had domestic violence in another relationship. That's good or bad? Good or bad? That's That's all we need to know. Up and down for the Black Republic. That's all we need. You know
Hey, but you know what?
Just think about that.
If you a dude and you been in a domestic violence situation and you got an AR-15 to shoot a woman, you's a bitch.
Hey, but still, most motherfuckers be killing their wife and burying them some fucking way. Be honest with you, bro.
Right? They be chopping them up and all types of old shit.
But you gotta be careful with that. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, 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 oh. Elaborate. How can we not stop a domestic violence child abuser from getting pistols and weapons and AR-15? Stop. Explain that. Hey, Book 45, talk to me, bro. Why he need a gun, bro? And why he have to have one? Tell me, Book. Come on, Book.
Look, if
You get it down on the boyfriend joint. He get
look it.
for you. Okay. That's cool.
Let me explain something. And you know, I don't really hide the fact, and you know, I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it if you want me to. I got 2 felonies on my record. I can't own a gun if I wanted to. You know, if I go in the store and try to purchase a gun, they're gonna laugh me right out the store. So, but look,
Bruh,
I don't. It is some. Yeah, look,
a child abuse, a domestic
look,
violence, crack history. He said it's okay to get a
yeah,
gun.
look.
Okay, we're gonna leave that right.
I done did. Look, bro, I done did 2 bits. 90% of the people I know, if I run off all the people that I know, probably about 90% of them done been in some kind of issue or been in jail or whatever. Look, I'm telling you from a perspective that you know nothing about, because you ain't been where I've been. There are some people in this world who don't need access to a gun. And I'm not just talking about felons or people who've been to jail. I've been around all types of people in my life. And you know some of them just as well as I do. There are some people who don't need a gun. But there's some people, and I know my co-host can attest to this. It is some people out here been best niggas all their life and don't get no heart until they get a gun in their hand. When they get a gun in their hand, all of a sudden they got heart. But see, it's a point where you pull that gun out, whether you intend to or not, you don't have to use it, or somebody gonna use one on you. So it is some people out here who don't need guns. Some people ain't ready for guns. Some people don't have the mentality of what to do with a gun, or how to function with a gun, or how to operate with a gun, because they think they got a gun. A gun gives them heart. A gun makes them bold, and that's how you have so much of the dumb shit that's going on in the streets right now. I know, I done seen it. I know people who locked up doing life for stupid shit because they had no business being around a gun. Come on, bro.
Now, my man be funny. My man funny though. I like it though. Now, he put down. So far, he didn't like the domestic violence thing. He good with him getting a gun. So now, how about we make sure everybody registers their guns federally? All sellers register their guns federally licensed firearm dealers. All of them register their guns nationally, federally, and register all in a database for the federal government. Is that all right with you? Book 45? That's cool? One is that gonna be cool. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And that is something that needs to happen because you got people that will get guns and go sell them joints in the street with no license,
Now,
no license, nothing tracking them, and just give it to people. And that's the murder
hey,
rate.
hey. So I want to ask him. I got to ask you this. Book 45. This bill, it wasn't along party lines. This was a bipartisan bill. So that means people in your own party, Republican Party, agree with what's in the bill or wouldn't have passed. So you telling that, so you don't agree with the things your own party put forth as for gun rights or gun legislation, because nowhere in this bill that my man has ran off so far is talking about taking people guns or limiting people's right to own a gun. All we're saying is
He don't like the domestic violence dude. Stop him from getting a gun. That's cool with him. And he don't like to have a registry. I would love to know the problem. So it's two things I want to talk to you when you come on the podcast. I see already. So I would love to know what's wrong with having a base where the guns are. I would love to know about that. So
you got to register. You got to register your car.
I don't know why we have a problem with that. So those two things that I got a problem with, I need to ask you about. The domestic violence dude that you like to have a gun with, a child abuser, that you have no problem with guns. No problem with it. I would like to know why. You know what I'm saying? You got a problem with registry too. So it's two things. It's two things. Now, do you have a problem with checking for juvenile background checks 18 to 21 before they get a gun? Is that a problem for the Black Republican?
You know what? I'm glad you said 18 21 because juvenile, I would have had a problem with it. Anything under 18 to 21. But 18 to 21 is cool.
No, what I'm saying is if 18-year-old try to get a gun, they look at their juvenile background, their history, their criminal history as a juvenile, and all that to see do they even supposed to have a gun? Right now, they just give it to them.
Okay, I can live with that because that can stop. That may have or may not have had an effect on the last two mass shootings that we had. So, yeah.
But that and plus wait 3 more days, that helps. That
right.
Like he got that shit that day and ran in the school. Like that slows that down.
And you know what? That is kind of a right thing because you can't go into a juvenile record. But if you know, so that's saying is, you know, you can be doing dumb shit all your life up until the point you turn 18, and so they can't look at nothing before 18. Then you know, even though you're a crazy son bitch, you just go get a gun. Okay, I see where that's coming from.
Okay, now I'm gonna read your comment before I move on to this next part. Now, you said Hitler used the gun registry to disarm the German Jews prior to the rounding them up and put them in the gas chamber. All right.
Wrong.
But regardless, a registry. First of all, you having a gun in your house, you think. Well, how many guns you think you have in your house that will stop the army from tearing your ass up? What do you think you got in there, bro? And we can let you go unconscious. Get any guns you ever wanted your whole fucking life. Get your dick hard. Get the joints you want. And I guarantee you, the army want to tear your ass up. Your ass is torn. So you telling me I gotta have my gun to stop what, nigga? You're not stopping nothing if they want to come in there, bro. You're not telling me nothing. I can understand a motherfucker got a gun. You live in the rural states, motherfuckers sneaking around in the woods and all that shit, trying to come up in your house. You and just your family is miles and miles from the next house and shit like that. I get that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You don't have a fucking automatic. There's no reason for automatics. You ain't answered that yet. That's the part I ain't getting. To add the Jew thing in there, I'm gonna let you do that. You know what I'm saying? That's your thing. You know, but it has nothing to do.
That's
with
ignorant.
It don't have nothing to do with it.
Look.
It's not really a registry. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Look,
it's just for the people that's dealing the gun to register.
look. We all agree on one thing.
In the house is
You have the right. You have the right to protect your life, your family, your property, and whatever. We don't disagree with that. And it's just like we were saying earlier with abortion. I don't like abortion. I don't agree with abortion, but I think it's a woman's right to choose. Look, I like the Second Amendment, even though like I say, my gun rights are gone because of dumb shit I did. And one of the things was with a gun. But I don't disagree with I don't say fuck the Second Amendment because I can't own a gun. And it's supposed to be around one. But you have the right to protect yourself, to protect your family, to protect your property, so on and so forth. Nobody's saying that you don't have to. But you do not need 12 AK-47s and 6 AR-15s to protect your life and protect your property and protect your family. Because if somebody coming up in that door, believe me, if somebody come in my house and I got my hands on a gun, I only need one gun. I'm going to bust his ass wide open. I don't need an AR-15. Shit, the 38 will do. If you cross that threshold, I'm going to light your ass up. If you wrong, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I don't need military grade weapons to do that, to protect my house. Why do you need something that people use to protect the whole country, to protect your little ass house? Please, who the hell is coming after you? Come on.
man got shoot them boys too now. I know you ain't got a problem with this. Now we got a problem with people coming around the neighborhoods popping their trunk, got a car full of guns, selling to the people that's against. Now they're making laws for people that can't get guns, like 18, 21. They can't get guns unless they go through certain steps. Now, if you a motherfucker that want to go outside and sell your gun to that person any fucking way, now you're liable. That's a new law. How about that one, Book 45? You like that one? I don't see why you don't like these. These ain't even bad. What's wrong? And then the last one, increase funding for mental health programs and school security. How about that? You like those? That sounds like some Republican shit there. Security. You know what I'm saying? They had security in the fucking school. Fuck. Niggas better start realizing it's the niggas getting guns to access first. Like, can we stop the faucet from running, then start talking about what's wet? Like, what the fuck? You niggas be tripping, young. We keep talking about everything but the gun. Right.
And look at all this shit on the news lately about all these little 13 and 15-year-olds carrying guns and ghost guns and all that shit they find in their school.
Another thing about this Second Amendment shit, this is not the same, bruh. It's not even the same time. Like, the shit don't even make sense no more when you read it. Come on, man.
If truth be told, the Second Amendment was put in place to protect Americans for their government. That may be partially true. But the Second Amendment was put in the same reason the police department was put in. Because if your slave ran away, you had the right to bust his ass. And it's the same. That was the original intent of the police. Was if your slave ran away, they was going out to get him.
The Second Amendment. Now listen to this shit. A well-regulated militia being necessary to security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Now, listen to this shit. We didn't even fly for 2022. It don't even go with anything, bro. That need to be rechanged. They need to change Second Amendment. They need to update that joint in 2022 because it don't make any motherfucking sense no more. You know what I'm saying? Malicious. You know? But Book 45, we appreciate you, bro. Come on and joint, send these messages out this joint to elaborate on our conversation. You know what I'm saying? But we want you on the podcast so we can have the black men have our conversation together as black people. You know what I'm saying, Doc? Even though we don't agree, you know what I'm saying? But we want, just like we just did now, we don't agree, but we got you to dialogue with us so we can see who's saying what. Because me personally, I think at the end of debates, it is a winner. People don't think it's a winner. I always think it is a winner. To the person listening, they know who ain't making sense. You feel me? So when person is listening to a debate, they always know in the end. You feel me? So I let the people recognize who you know.
Y'all crazy.
And we appreciate everybody though. This is the third good politics.
Oh shit.
All the motherfuckers trying to restrict abortions all over America. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. You know.
Mercy podcast, ASAP. You know?
I forgot what the Mercy podcast was about when we got all in the guns and shit. Oh. But look.
Man, I mean, my thing is, my whole goal is when I do podcast, I got a little podcast called Third Perspective, right?
Yeah.
My whole goal is bring up black conversation, right? But not
right.
Of oh, can a black man do this? Or black people this? Women black this? Black women this? It ain't that. You know what I'm saying? I just want to have the conversation from different points of views of black people. You know what I'm saying? About the same topic.
Right.
See where we lie at and why we wrong. You feel me?
Right.
The people listening will know what's wrong. Like when I tell you they got a bill up for people that domestic violence ass fools that beat kids and shit like that shouldn't have guns. We disagree with it. That person sitting and listening to that knows what don't sound right. You feel me? So we can leave it like that. You know what I'm saying? Though? It's clear.
Right. Look, we gotta.
It's every Tuesday. We'll be back in Tuesday. Hopefully, we got a couple other people we can add on here. Other people that see our point of view different. You know what I'm saying? On the same topic. We can have the conversation the same. We'll put the link in the comment section next week so that anybody listening can come in. Other than Book 45, we definitely want you to come on and put your views out there because there's a lot of black people that think like you. See what I'm saying? So we need your point of view.
Right. Where did you get that shit from?
You break it down like we just did. You know what I'm saying? Now.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell going on? I mean, y'all just want these people to restrict everything and take everything and come on. I mean, they call this the land of the free and the home of the brave. But, I mean, we ain't free if y'all keep taking all the rights away and restricting this, that, and the third. We ain't free.
We appreciate you. Hey, we back Tuesday for sure.
Tuesday, each and every Tuesday.
We appreciate everybody that tuned in and them deep conversations we like to have. You know what I'm saying, dog? We back
right.
Profile Bitch McConnell. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I need to start working on his punk ass.
You know?
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? You know, we're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. The hood view, you know?